wasn't me! Young Justice Marathon continues here on Action Figure Times with that immortal Vandal Savage. Hi, I'm Doc Owens with Action Figure Times. We're continuing on with our Young Justice Marathon. We hope you've been enjoying that. Make sure you send us lots of comments and things and tell all your friends about us. No matter where you're watching, make sure you go to aftimes.com and go to the actual post. You can actually see pictures of all of our stuff up close. We don't just do videos, we actually do some up close so that you can actually see the figure in a still format and study it as much as you like. Now, today we're going to be looking at one of the second villain in it. It's the last figure in Wave 2, Vandal Savage. Now, as we look at this figure, in Vandal Savage, you can tell he's a pretty big guy, fairly tall. I'm curious as to see how tall he is compared to some the mentors, and as well as the Young Justice itself. You can see right here, he's got collect and connect pieces for our Hall of Justice, and you can see he's got all of the tops for the Hall of Justice. And so we're going to be able to do a little bit more on our Hall of Justice, but there's a bunch of pieces we're going to have to hold on to. Now you can get a little bit of his bio right there. You can see that, tells you a little bit about the meteorite and things that he found. You know, did you see the story recently in Action Figure not Action Figure Times, and I think it was Action Comics, where the piece of the meteorite that he found was actually a piece of a Kryptonian crystal that got shattered through Superman's mental breakdown or something, or not his breakdown, it absorbed his emotions and it broke apart and all that other stuff. I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyway, let's go ahead and open him up. Yeah, you see how all the stuff's coming to pieces right here? Now, before we look at Vandal, let's go ahead and put our pieces on. The only piece that we're going to be able to mount today would be this one. Looking good, looking very good. Actually, did I put on the wrong piece? I think it slants in. Yeah, looks to me like it's slanting in. So I think that looks pretty cool. If I had to, I think I can take it off. If you wanted to do it, maybe you can't. Yeah, the other way's the way to go. The other way's the way to go. So it definitely slants in. So we've got a good looking piece. This is actually going to go up on the top, but there's nothing to attach it to yet. We'll have to wait to Wave 3 for that. Now, actually what we can do, we do have this piece left over from Dinah, Black Canary, and so what we can do is add that just like that, and that way it'll stay together and we won't lose it. Now, as we look at Vandal Savage, he actually comes with a piece of the meteorite. It's too bad that's not glow in the dark paint. That is kind of neat. Now, before we add it to his hand, looking at this outfit, he reminds me a lot of Per Degaton. You know, the guy from the JSA that travels through time and stuff. He's actually kind of got that look to him. Normally, or Degaton's outfit's a little bit of a shorter coat and it's a double-breasted, but this is actually kind of a cool look. Now, I don't know that I've seen Vandal yet on the show, so I'm glad to get a look at it. He's got the claw marks across his face, which I'm assuming happened before he became a healer, because I've always wondered, if you're a healer, why would you still have marks on your face? Now, his little waistcoat, this is a soft plastic good. This is actually pretty well done. This is very neat. He's got his fist. He doesn't hold his fist out to the side like the heroes do. He doesn't have much articulation, but we'll look at that in a second. I actually like this, kind of his commander outfit. At first, you know, when I first saw him and he was holding this, you knew who I thought they were trying to do? I thought they were doing Major Disaster, just a little bit different. And this was some sort of like piece of lava, because you know, you got the coat and he looks like the military guy. And so this, I don't think he holds this very well. And it'd do better if he had an elbow joint. Maybe there's a way to get him to hold this or not, but for me, he's not going to hold this very good. I'll try to show it before we show them to you up close. Now, before we go into our up close shots, let's look at a couple of these guys. We've got Black Canary. She's shorter than him. We got Batman. They look, maybe they're about the same size. And then we've got Superboy and Robin. So he's a pretty decent sized figure. He's a real broad guy. So all in all, I think he's a pretty cool figure. Now let's go ahead and let you see him up close. So here we are with Vandal Savage. This is a cool looking sculpt. I hope you can kind of see the marks on his face where they at least attempted to give him the scratches across it. He's got the mutton chops as well as the long hair, giving him that Cro-Magnon look. Now, you know, in his normal uniform this would be white, but really he does look like he's Pierre Degaton in a lot of ways, but I do like it. I like his waistcoat, how it comes out to the sides. I like the epaulettes. This is really a cool thing. Boots as well. Nice soft goods coat, really. This is all in all, even though I haven't seen him in the show, this is a cool looking figure. Now there is his meteorite. I wish I could show it to you with it in his hand, but without his elbow it's just not going to stay. Hopefully they're going to make this into a 6-inch figure, because I'd love to have one. Well, this is Doc Owens. Tomorrow we're going to have something new for you from the Young Justice universe. Hope you'll tune in. Tell all your friends about us. We'll see you next time. This is Doc Owens reminding you to be extraordinary, and for all your toy needs, hey, go check out Scott at enchantedtoychest.com. Hi, I'm Doc Owens with Action Figure Times. We've been looking at Vandal Savage, so Bill, give us your take on him.
Cool. Well, you know, this is a terrific new look at the immortal villain Vandal Savage.
Very cool.
I think one of the coolest details about him, besides this very serious militaristic looking outfit, are the cave bear claw marks on his face. You know, he was a caveman, so this guy has been around hundreds of thousands of years. He really has a long history, and it's neat to see details like that captured in his face.
Yeah, it's actually not like the comics Vandal Savage, who basically ends up looking like a New Yorker.
Exactly. Yep.
It's rather than a Cro-Magnon man. Here you've illustrated it with the chops and with the long hair.
Exactly. He's got the heavy brow. I mean, this is a guy who would stand out if you saw him on the streets of New York today.
Now, see, to me, when I saw him, he reminded me of Per Degaton from the JSA.
With the militaristic look, the black coat. I mean, really, all he's missing is the dagger with the D handle to really define him as Degaton. But yes, he has a very strong feeling of Degaton, which is cool.
Yeah, and it was a nice soft goods. I really like this. To me, it was a little bit of a different material, and it turned out real well.
Yeah, we have been looking at softer and softer PVCs to really get flexibility on capes, etc. You'll see these throughout the Young Justice line, as well as other Mattel DCU figures.
Now, one thing you were able to do that I was not able to do is to be able to get the meteorite to stay in his hand.
Yes, because it's important that Vandal have his meteorite. So there is a trick to it. It actually hooks in to a slot at the back. Oh boy. And
it's not just me, folks.
No. There we go. And he can indeed, there's a slot for the thumb. He can indeed hold the meteorite with no problem.
Well, there you have it. We'll leave it to you to figure out exactly how to make that work, but it can be done. Yes. Thanks very, very much, Bill. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right.